Alright folks, we're at Phantasma Con at Mohegan Sun. We're at the Warren exhibit here, and they have the real Annabelle doll, so we're gonna take a look at that. I asked the staff, they're like, yeah, they didn't tell us not to, no filming, so we're good. I'm here with my sister Kendra and my cousin Kelly. What? Oh, there you go. Reed's walking around here somewhere actually, so he's probably hanging out with the Conjuring crew. But we're gonna go ahead and head into the exhibit.
Even though it's something is wrong, and they handed the dollar to us.
So, in the first fire, it was the father who started it.
We found out it was a father. It was discovered later. The father killed his wife and his daughter.
Okay.
And in the rubble of the house that was completely burned down, this was in the middle of it. Not a burn mark on it. Everything else was incinerated.
Wow.
Nothing on her. So we could call her the fire doll because it seems like everywhere she ends up,
there's a fire.
Starts.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's how she got her nickname.
Now, was it always like something like that, or was it just happened to kick off that way and then it just was accidental fires after
Beforehand?
that? Yeah, like
we don't know how it started. It just started. They found it unusual. I'll say they, not us.
Yeah.
They found the doll. Everything was incinerated. They found this doll. Not even a char mark on it in the middle of this rubble. They're like, how did the doll didn't burn?
Yeah.
Eventually passed hands, and house burns down. This doll is uncharred. Then it went past hands one more time, another fire, but this time they're like, something's up with that damn doll. It's too much, and it came to us.
Okay.
So that's the story behind it. I wouldn't put it like near a gasoline can or like that.
Yeah.
actually donated to us. It was actually using the murder ritual, it's a satanic ritual.
Oh.
And it was given to us about 5 years ago, maybe. We don't know. It's just a backstory on it. We don't mess around with it, you know. We're gonna trust the story on it because it was a murder.
Yeah.
There was a murder, and absolutely. But we don't know if the sword's demonic or not.
Yeah.
We don't mess with it. It's not one of those objects which is not possessed, but we're not taking the risk.
Yeah.
No, it's like there's so many other things in here. Like the voodoo dolls are not bad.
Yeah.
Those are fertility dolls. You know, girls would play with those. It just so happened that, you know, it was part of a ritual.
Right.
Though it wasn't bad, but it is. There's a shrunken head on there also. And, you know, that kind of stuff.
And then of course you've got that one all the way over there, the ridge. Yeah.
Now, okay, did I ask you, you know what Sandy Hook is? Like, what it's famous for, unfortunately?
Oh, the mass shooting, yeah.
Right. Now, I asked you that already?
No.
No. But, all right, this has nothing to do with the Sandy Hook shooting whatsoever.
Yeah, sure.
I always have to clarify that. This was found years before. The only weird part was found in the woods behind the school. Now, there's a high level of devil worshiping in that area.
Okay.
And what happened was, it was a hunter. He was probably about 19 years old, grew up in Sandy Hook. He was hunting turkeys, like he always done before. Went in there and he got lost in the woods he grew up in. Found his way out. Looking and lost. He started getting nervous, couldn't find his way home. Out.
Yeah.
Comes across a small clearing. There is a altar, satanic altar. There is now, if you look at her and she's looking at here, oh my God, I want to call her. Look at it, it's looking down, right? See it looking down? There's a reason for that. Because that's not how he found it. He found it on a 10-foot pedestal, looking down at them.
I just got chills on that.
So we will not put her up high for that reason. Because it wants to look down at people.
Yeah.
And it was used, so, you know, he ran. So all of a sudden there's this guy behind him, walking right behind him. He's looking way out, and he gets nervous. And the guy's like, he said about maybe 4 feet from him, walking, same pace. So he says to the guy, "Hi, how you doing?" The guy won't answer, just scared straight ahead. He kept walking, and he got nervous. Now he said he must have crying. He was so afraid. He's like, "How do I get out of here?" All the guy did was this. So I did. Kid bucks, finds his way out, calls the police. Police come. Can't find the idol. They're looking and looking. They finally find the idol. And it's on the pedestal and stuff like that. Now, Ed Warren, for years, worked at state police all over the country. Because he's a demonologist. He worked in sacrifices and all that kind of weird devil worship.
Okay.
So they call him. He goes in there. Now, he wrote the book on this. He knows in the area every occult, major occult practice. He knew exactly who that was, following the kid. With his description, he's a high priest of, he knew what sanction was. So he took the idol. He was, "I'm getting this out of his hands," and he put it in his hand. Now, people don't know is this guy called up Ed, wanted his idol back.
Oh my God.
Ed's like, "I'm not giving you the idol back." So what does the guy do? Put a curse on Lorraine. Lorraine was in a coma for about a week. They had to have a priest come in and basically do rituals to her to shield herself from this thing. But that man put a curse on that lady. Until that man died, he wanted his idol back. He wanted his idol until he died. Yeah, we would not give it back to him.
Yeah.
So.
Do we know what, like, specifically it's an idol to, or is it just...
Yeah, we do. It's demonic sanction, kind of like Valak. I gotta tell you, I can't tell you. If not, it'd be irresponsible to tell you what demonic entity he was worshiping. But even though that's not demonic, that's kind of like the connection to
it.
Demonic. So we don't take chances on it and stuff like that, you know. Yeah, it goes, right? Yeah.
I wish I knew about this. I looked at her showing up in that house.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I'll be honest with you. My friend Jimmy, I mentioned him. I've known since a kid. He's like, "Oh, Rick, there are these 2 people. They investigate haunted houses. Why don't you come on with me? Let's go meet them." I'm like, "I don't meet these people. What the hell are you talking about?" So I took a ride with him, and instantly, Lorraine and I connected. And I thought she was sweet. Ed, I mean, just became friends. And so next thing I know, I'm holding a freaking video camera in a haunted house. People. It was just so fun. I'll do it, okay, you know. And it's like when we were driving up there, I'm like, "Jimmy, don't give him anything. I don't know who these people are, you know. So here I am holding the freaking camera in a haunted house. I'm the one that gives in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, but, you know, I didn't know who they were growing up.
All right, guys, that was the Warren exhibit here at Phantasma Con. I'm going to do a little bit more walking around, check out some places and all that good stuff. I think there's one more person that I'd want to interview, but we'll see if we can get to it. It's pretty busy here.
Hi, my name's Lauren,
I'm Dan.
and we're the Radikals.
We're paranormal investigators. We're the people that get called in when there are problematic items, and we house them to keep them out of the public.
In our own home.
Yes. And we're looking at hopefully opening up to the public and allowing people to come in and help us investigate this stuff as well. Because there are no answers. We're all looking for them, and we're hoping. We brought some of the items with us, a couple of the items, and we'll talk about them real quick.
Now, quick question
Yes.
before we start. You guys said that you were holding that in your own home. Has anything gone like bump in the night in your house?
Only when I'm not home.
Oh.
No, but then we did have one item that kind of made itself known.
Yes. The painting?
The crying girl painting.
Crying girl, yeah. We have a crying boy painting, but it's crying girl. Giovanni Braglin, who made the crying boys, he made a crying girl painting, and I did hear something, a little girl. We don't have neighbors that are close. We don't have children near us. I heard something female. I was listening to a podcast. I rewound it like 30 times, and it wasn't there. So I don't know. She heard it though.
I heard it call Mama twice.
Yes.
And he asked me, how old was the little girl that you heard? And I'm like, I don't know, 4 or 5 years old. He goes,
That's about the size of the
that's
voice I heard, yeah. And the crazy thing is all the houses that these paintings have been in have burnt to the ground except for the painting.
Oh my God.
So we keep it next to the fireplace.
Yes.
Fair enough.
But the reason why he said that it doesn't happen unless when he's not home is that we got our house really cheap because the former owner put a shotgun in his mouth and pulled the trigger in our living room.
Yeah. The spot is still there.
It's still on the floor.
It's
yeah.
20 years later, it's still there. Well, we're gonna, when we redo the parlor, we're gonna pull that part out and we're gonna frame it as an homage to Pete.
Okay.
Yeah, as respect.
Yeah, but he has turned the lights on and off in the bedroom. He's shook the bed a couple of times. And usually I just sit up and 2 o'clock in the morning and say, Pete, knock it off or I'm gonna banish you. And he stops.
But I've never encountered anything strange in the house. She used to call it her sanctuary.
I still do.
Yeah.
I still do. But since we started doing renovations in the house, Pete has made himself also known that way because shadows.
Yeah, I have seen shadows. I can't explain them. I'm a scientific guy. You know, is it this, is it that? I don't know. Is it something I can't explain? I don't know.
Yeah.
But we just chug it along.
Yeah.
We want to move on to the fork.
So yeah, this fork, you think, you know, what's so menacing about a fork? Well, you know, forks can have a memory. They can have the energy behind them or whatnot. This fork once belonged to Jeffrey Dahmer when he was living in the apartment that he was arrested at when they found the cannibalism. Once they went in and they realized that cannibalism was being done in the house, the silverware had to be collected for evidence and not destroyed. I mean, it's hardcore evidence.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it was locked up until last year. I believe it was last year.
Yep.
It was released to Lionel, Jeffrey's father, and Lionel wanted absolutely nothing to do with anything as of Jeff. And we obtained it to study for psychometry, and psychometry is
The ability to hold on to an object and get a reading off of it having to do with memories, past, crimes, whatever. And I've actually held the fork 3 times, and the last time I did hold the fork, I almost hit the floor and threw up at the same time.
so. But the thing is, we want to study it. We want other people to, you know, certain people to touch it and document it all and try to figure it out. Even like people that don't even realize what it is, but are willing to do a psychic experiment.
There you go. Yeah.
And you know, this way we have some kind of data and collection because we want to try to prove the supernatural is real. You know, and that's what we do.
Yeah.
The next piece over here,
Yep.
this is a human skull. This human skull was used in black mass rituals. The piece that is missing from it is the piece that they forged into a sacrificial dagger that was
Really?
never found. So we got a call and they like, you have to be here yesterday. And I was like, listen, I'm at work. I can't leave. I
Yeah.
can't, you know, I can get there as soon as I can. And ever since it was removed, everything's been fine on the property. And we house it. It's got a home. Everything that we collect, we do not own. We tell the people, we do not own these items. You are giving them to us to protect, to keep from the public. Anytime you want them back, you can have them back. But in 20 years, no one's ever come back for anything.
Nothing.
In 20 years.
Wow.
So the piece above it, that's nothing haunted about that. That's just a little odd and strange. That's a human tail, a real human tail. Every once in a while, someone is born with a human tail. This gentleman, his fiance said, listen, I love you, but I'm not going to marry you until that thing is gone. So I said, I'll tell you what, I'll help pay for the surgery, but I need to keep the tail.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Cool.
There's the tail.
Yeah. And actually, I have held the skull.
Yeah.
And when I did hold the skull, my hand did vibrate. So that was also having to do with psychometry as well.
Okay.
See, I'm a paranormal skeptic, but if you say you saw something, you experienced something, I believe you. I just wish I was there to experience it with you. Now,
Yeah.
her, on the other hand, she freaks me out because she knows stuff that she should not know. And there's no way that she could have known it. We've gone to places that she's never been, in towns that she's never been, and she's known things about buildings that we were in that I didn't even know.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. So it's like the two of us together, the skeptic, the yin and yang, the skeptic and the believer, and we help to weed things out and hopefully find an answer that, and that's why we want to do all this other stuff with other people as well, because together we can hopefully get some answers. And at the same time, have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool. Thank you guys.
Thank you
Thank
guys
you.
so much. Thank you.
All right, guys, that was just a little bit of Phantasma Con here at Mohegan Sun. If you guys get a chance next year, come and check it out. We've got great people here, got a lot of great stuff all around. The Warren exhibit was awesome. I just wanted to say a big thank you to everyone that let me interview them. It was fun hanging out with Reed. It was great meeting Josh and Seth and all them. Honestly, great experience. Definitely coming back next year. And you guys should too. See ya.